Hi, this is Lance Tarochione, technical agronomist with DeKalb Agro in West Central Illinois. Here looking at some early planted soybeans that went in. Actually, the beans that we're looking at here today went in March 10th. This is kind of a early planted bean test plot that one of our dealers here in southern Knox County put out. Had an opportunity to get some early beans in the ground, and always something he wanted to do. There's 2 planting dates so far in this study. We've got March 10th, which is what we're looking at here right now, that are already emerged and coming through. And then a few rows over is his other planting date, which is April 6th. And then there'll be probably a 3rd planting date whenever we're able to get back in the field, which is going to be a while in this part of the country because we've had 3 to 4 inches of rain across most of this area in the last week. But I wanted to talk about herbicide options on these beans. These beans went into These are spring strips that was created in this no-till field. These are 30-inch row soybeans, 35 XF1s. I'm glad they're XtendFlex. That's going to give us some more options for weed control later in the season. But these beans do not have any pre-emergent herbicide down on them right now. And if you plant beans real early, you know, this is kind of the catch-22 that you're in. Do you put your pre out that early and know it's going to fail on you earlier because of how early you put it out? Or do you plant the beans first and then hope for an opportunity to get that pre on before the beans come up? Well, that didn't happen in this case because of the rain, because of the weather. Didn't have an opportunity to get that pre-emergent down. So we still have pre-emergent products that we can use on these emerged soybeans, but we can't use some of our best water hemp residual products like metribuzin and the PPO chemistries. So this is a challenge that a lot of growers are faced with. How do we manage weed control? How do we manage herbicide programs in these early planted soybeans? In a no-till scenario, in some cases, a fall burn down might be something that you want to look at. You know, maybe you like this, you know, let them come up and then put XtendiMax and Roundup and a residual product that can go on beans that are emerged. You know, we do have options that come back in these beans with later applications this year with maybe a Roundup Liberty application. You know, maybe we have an opportunity for 2 applications of XtendiMax on these beans. So just a lot of different scenarios that you can look at. You know, sometimes it's depends on, you know, are you custom applied? You doing your own application? You know, how willing is your custom applicator to apply after you plant, because they might be concerned about not being able to put down the product that you prepay, which might be a scenario like this where you had every intention of getting the field sprayed before the beans came up, but you weren't able to do that. So that does limit your options. We still have options. You can use products like Warrant Ultra, other Group 15 herbicides, but you can't use metribuzin, you can't use PPOs, and so you are a little bit, you know, losing some of the tools in the toolbox if the beans get up before you get the pre on. You know, the flip side of that is if you put the pre on, you know, before you plant or right at planting, you know it's going to fail earlier in the season because of how early it got applied. So we can use overlapping residuals, put additional residual on in season. You know, it's a, you know, kind of a difference of opinion what the best way to go is. Everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants easy, everybody wants effective, everybody wants economical. And sometimes it's really difficult to get all those 3 things into one program. So just something to be aware of, be thinking about, be planning for. If you're going to do early planted soybeans, you know, make sure that you've got, you know, your plan A, your plan B, pre-emergent herbicide program ready to go, depending on, you know, when you're able to get that on.